Hussbus bus stop.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Paul Collins here, the Hussey Team Mortgage Advisors, here to give you this week's.
Hussbus bus stop.
Right, so I wanted to talk to you about off market purchases or transactions, right? What does off market mean? Off market means that your home is not actively for sale, or the home is not actively for sale, right? Because when you go to sell a house, there's a couple ways you can go about it. You can list it with a realtor, get it listed on the MLS, have photo, the whole thing, the way most houses are sold. You can do the old for sale by owner or FSBO, where you throw a sign in the lawn and you make a Facebook post about it and, hope you get some traction that way. And then there's off market, right? Where it's like not actively for sale, but a transaction can still take place. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I've seen a huge uptick in off market activity as of late, and so have some of my counterparts around the office, right? A couple quick, just examples is friends of mine weren't really thinking about moving, but they went out on like an open house tour. They saw a house, they absolutely love it, had to have it, but they need to sell their house in order to do so. So between a couple realtors and a couple lenders, we make some phone calls, we go through our pipeline, we see who do we have that might be interested in this area, and then it looks like we might be able to get something done for them. Another is like a couple I know is looking to, downsize. They're in a very desirable area where, I also have other clients of mine who I know are looking to be in that area. So when my realtor partner hits me up and says, hey, I have a house that might be coming up in this area, I say, hey, wait a minute, I have a couple that would love to move to that area. Let's let them take a spin through first, and you might not even have to list it as long as we can come to terms, right? So what are the advantages of this? The advantages is that you might be able to grab a property without having to compete with other buyers, right? Which is huge because it's still very competitive, especially where we live in this particular area. And the other side of it is that if you're looking to maybe move, but maybe not, you're not exactly up for getting your house ready to sell, but you kind of want to get out of there. It could offer other benefits, like maybe you could sell your house off market. Somebody's willing to give you a lease back, or, you have a little bit of leverage there, right? Because the inventory situation. So, if this is something you're thinking about, if you have a piece of property or a house that you maybe want to move, you maybe don't, you're not sure, but you definitely aren't in the boat of, I want to go full bore, list my house, I must sell, talk to your realtor, talk to your realtor friends, talk to your lender friends, talk to a title clerk, talk to anybody that is in this world, because we may know somebody that might be looking to purchase a house like that in that particular area, right? Or, if you're a realtor and people are asking you questions all the time about, like, I don't know, should I sell my house? Should I not? Should I hit up your lending partners, right? Hit up your top three favorite mortgage brokers or mortgage lenders and see who they have pre-approved in their pipeline, because they might have somebody that's been dying to buy a house just like that they just can't find one, or that particular house like that hasn't come on the market for them yet, right? So, we have hundreds of people pre-approved, docs in, credit checked, money saved, ready and willing to buy, just waiting for the right house to, hit the market, so then they can go and compete with all the other buyers that are going to go spin through on the first weekend or go to the open house or whatever. Whereas if they found something that was off market or not actively for sale, we would be happy to make that connection, and work with anybody in order to make our client happy, to make your client happy, to get the deal done, get these people across the finish line without having to go through all of that competition, right? Because so many buyers in today's market have been on that merry-go-round. They've been looking, they're taking their lumps, right? Like they're getting outbid. It's tough out there for buyers still, even though we're starting to see it soften just a little bit. So if you are any one of those parties, a person with a house thinking, maybe, I don't know, I just love to know what I would get, what would it be like? Or if you're an agent with like a client that's been talking about selling, but they're not really, up for getting their house ready for sale. Maybe they've been there a long time. There's like clutter to consider. They don't want to go through getting pictures. It needs repairs, right? You might be able to grab somebody to buy it as is or with minimal inspections. It just opens the door to so many more opportunities in what is still a very competitive market in especially in our like the Philadelphia surrounding areas, right? So off market is a great way to go, and you can do without a lot of the stuff that comes when you put it on market. Now, the one detractor to that's worth mentioning is you don't expose it to the open market to where you could potentially, get into some type of bidding war and take like, just the highest number. But there are advantages where you as the seller still have plenty of leverage to sell it off market in order to maybe open up another move that you're trying to do as well, right? So that being said, make sure you're reaching out to these people. We work in this world. We have the information. We have the buyers. We have the partners, the realtors, the lenders, the everything to, maybe hook you up if you were looking to do something off market, right? That's all we got for this week.
Hussbus bus stop.